everyone, this is Kevin. I am Lauren's student teacher for those that don't know, and I teach the biology class as well as environmental science through literature, and I am here to talk to you about a really awesome trip that Lauren and I are offering, and that is the Rattlesnake Arches backpacking trip, November 6th through the 9th. So what this trip is, it is a 3-day, 2-night backpacking trip in the Black Ridge Wilderness near Grand Junction, Colorado. Here you're going to witness the second largest concentration of natural arches in the United States, second only to Arches National Park in Utah. And the hike is rated moderate to strenuous. The strenuous portions are short and there are very few of them, and most of them are occurring on the day hike to look at the arches, so you won't be carrying a heavy backpack. So who can go? Well, anyone who is willing to hike 4 miles to camp and then back to the trailhead, and you will be carrying lots of water as well as the usual group gear and food. Because it is the desert, there is no running water, therefore we're going to have to carry water into our campsite, and that is pretty heavy. However, on the flip side, we are only hiking the camp one day, and so that is only 1 day of lots of weight. You're also going to have to be willing to hike 4 miles during the day on a day hike to look at all the arches. This is where some of the more strenuous parts come about, but it is still not that super strenuous. It's only short, small sections. And anyone who's wanting to witness some beautiful scenery. It's a really sweet spot, lots of really, really beautiful desert scenery going on, and it's a full moon that week, so if you want to experience a full moon in the desert, this is a trip for you. And anyone who wants to poop in the bag. Because it's desert, we can't dig cat holes, therefore we have to poop it and carry it out. So here's some pictures from a trip that I went back in this area last year with Western State, Colorado University, the college I go to school at, and this is a trip that I was actually an instructor with, and in October, and it's pretty much the exact area that we're going to. And so there's some photos, some of the arches as well as the trail. This is arches, or the Rainbow Arch on the day hike, and if you look at this person right here, that is the bottom of the trail, and right here in that area is the top of the trail, so you have to hike up to this arch, which is a really cool experience, and it's sort of steep, but it's not super sketchy, and it's just really unique, and then you get to stand on top of it when you're done, and as you can see, the beautiful scenery that is surrounding this area. And here's a view of Rainbow Arch from the bottom. So again, right here is the top, and you start out pretty much right, it's actually, you can't see it off the screen, but at the bottom of this, and you get to hike up this. It's a lot scarier than it looks. I was definitely a little nervous, but it's really easy actually. If you're a little afraid of heights, it might be a little bit of a challenge, but it's a very short hike up, and it's not scary at all. It's not sketchy. And this is an example of the hike that you go on with your backpacks. You can just see a good example of what it looks like. It's relatively flat. I mean, it's a little bit uphill, a little bit downhill back to the trailhead, and there's some ups and downs parts, but it's nothing too radical, nothing too extreme. And this is an example of the day hike. As you can see, things get a little interesting. I have a little bit of scrambling to do, but it's nothing that is way outside the league of everyone here. Almost everyone here at the open school is capable of doing something like this. On this trip, actually, one of the participants had never backpacked before, so definitely our clientele at Western is very similar to the students here at Western, or here at the open school. So it's very, very doable. And here's the really good example of the beautiful scenery that you will get to see here at Rattlesnake's Arches. It's just really, really beautiful. In November it'll be even more beautiful because there might be some snow on the ground. But because it's a desert, it won't be super hot, which will be really nice. So the next steps, what you need to do is you need to check your calendars. Well, are you available or not? November 6th through the 9th. You're going to want to talk with your parents. Is this a trip for me or not? Cost won't be super expensive. That will be something that Lauren and I need to discuss. But right now we're just seeing what interest there is. And then you're going to talk with your advisor. Is this a trip that fits your goals here at the open school? And if you said, yes, I'm available, and talked with your parents and said, yes, this is a trip for me, and then you talked with your advisor and said, yes, this is also a trip for me, then talk to me, Kevin, Lauren's student teacher. I am in Lauren's room most of the day. Come talk to me, express your interest, let me know, and then I will tell you the steps from there. This will be capped at 12 students, so space is limited. This is due to vehicles as well as a permit situation, so I cannot take more than 12 students in this area. So it's a very unique opportunity, and it's a really awesome trip.